Recently, I went to the North American Hand-Built Bike Show in Sacramento, California. It's a place where some of the best frame builders from around the country and the world gather to show off their creative work. One of the interesting things about the show is the new and innovative designs that the builders come up with. Oftentimes you'll see those designs work their way into the mainstream bike community 5-6 years after they appeared at the show. Another nice thing about it is the community that's around frame builders. So there's tool manufacturers, there's frame painters, people building all sorts of things that cater just to the hand-built bike community. Of course, with all those talented builders in one place, there will be judging. So in this episode, head judge Patrick Brady, who you might know from his blog Red Kite Prayer or the Paceline podcast, walks us through the winners of the various categories. We're going to take a look at best mountain bike, best gravel bike, best road bike, and best in show. I'll do another episode to cover the rest of the awards that were given, but I wanted to get this one out as soon as possible. As always, feel free to leave your comments below. Now let's get to Sacramento.
I'd like to call Olivetti, Mosaic, and 7 Cycles to the stage. Once again, we've got a category where doing apples to apples simply wasn't possible. We had multiple bike packing bikes. We had multiple trail and cross-country hardtails, and we also had multiple full suspension bikes. In the end, what we did was we looked at, well, what was the best of the bike packing bikes? What was the best of the suspension bikes? What was the best of the hardtails? And we came up with Mosaic, 7 Cycles, and Olivetti. Olivetti was fun because it's very playful in its use of color, and there was a distinct nod, for me anyway, back to the days of Klein. Really cool bike. 7 hasn't done a full suspension bike in at least 6 or 8 or 10 years. It's been a while. This is a brand new design from them, 120 millimeter 29er, great trail bike, very raceable for cross country. And then there's this. And I've seen a lot of bike packing bikes, and I've seen one other bike that I put up against this in my life, and that was Todd Angermanson's Black Cat that won Best in Show a couple of years ago. This thing is just, again, like Todd Angermanson's bike did a few years ago. There are no Velcro straps for the frame bag or the top tube bag. And if you just, you're gonna be out there, you're gonna get dirty. It's got a very serviceable paint job. This was powder coat, right?
Say that? This is a wet coat. Yeah.
Okay.
Top quality.
Well, there's that. For those who don't know, Mosaic also owns Spectrum Paint and Powder Works, so they have the ability to really control their finish in a way not everyone does. Our winner is Mosaic. Mosaic.
Looks like our next category is the gravel category.
Our last 2 categories, gravel and road. These are typically our toughest to judge because the overall level of achievement is so high. Everybody here basically does road bikes and gravel bikes. There's hardly anybody showing who doesn't make those. And so these are categories where people bring it. And this was the toughest this category has ever been to judge. I can't believe what we saw here. I'd like to call up 7 Cycles, T-Lab. Yep. They'll get here. There you go, 7 Cycles, and Nick Crompton. The T-Lab was unusual in that this is a titanium bike where there was an exceptional amount of cold working in the tubes, flattening the seat tube, flattening the down tube, flattening the top tube. As we noted, particularly by builder Tom Kellogg, this is very likely the most forgiving bike out on a rough road. Really neat, and the quality of construction for a builder that we don't know all that well was impressive. We've got the Evergreen Pro SL from 7. This is we'll call it a mixed media bike, carbon and titanium, and just everything about that bike is dialed, that all the colors match. And then the mixing of carbon fiber with titanium, that's going to dampen vibration out on a rough road. So you'll feel a little fresher after, say, 200 miles. A touch, and boom. And then we've got Nick Crompton. This is, in my estimation, you're doing the best wrap construction going. You are state of the art for what this joinery is. And this is a neat bike from the standpoint of you've got big tires, you can roll over anything. Very impressive. Our winner, 7 Cycles.
Take it away.
Our finalists for road. At some point, 7 Cycles will be back up here. We need Steve Rex and number 22. For those of you who are local to Sacramento, you probably see Steve Rex frames like we see Teslas in Los Angeles. They are plentiful. And I've always respected that sort of penetration in one's local market. I've been seeing Steve's work for more than 20 years now. He cut the lugs on this, beautiful designs. They're stainless steel lugs. Polishing stainless steel until it shines like this is, among other things, a thankless job, but it takes an incredible number of hours, and you just don't see bikes like this every day. This to me epitomizes what a lugged steel road bike has, what that achievement is meant to be. This is why we still love steel lugged road bikes. Right there. Number 22. We've seen this bike. Not everybody gets excited about a titanium bike with fenders, but the execution on this makes it such a complete package that it is one of the more attractive bikes we've seen this weekend. Last, we've got a road bike from 7 Cycles. There's a number of different things they've done on this. One of the neat things about it, from the standpoint of durability, is they've done a finish that we'll call it Cerakote. I don't know if yours is exactly that, but it's a bonded on finish that is not going to chip like paint would. Our winner is 7 Cycles. One of the things that we found particularly attractive about 7 is that, well, this is a little higher than what a lot of their bikes go for. This is a bike that anybody can order at any time, and they'll pump it out in a few months. We really find it attractive when someone really likes someone makes is available. It's nice when you see a bike that is a kind of one-time achievement in a builder's career, but we do place a real value on the availability of a great bike.
Time for Elvis to find a new home for a year.
This is it. Best in Show. You may have seen me wandering around with earbuds in my ears, not talking to anybody. That's when I'm in Best in Show mode. The three of us have to walk the entire floor. It's not just the bikes that won categories that are up for consideration. Any bike from any exhibitor here is considered for it. So it's a tough collection. I'd like to welcome up number 22. I'd like to call up Mosaic Cycles. And I'd like to call up 7 Cycles. So, it didn't occur to me as we were doing the judging what was happening until I saw the bikes all back there. Our 3 bikes are titanium and carbon in one instance. These are bikes you've already seen up here before. And so at a certain level, this is confirmation of just how good they are. I would kill for this evergreen. If I did bike packing, I would want the Mosaic. And given the amount of rain I've ridden through this goddamn winter, I've got gills. Our best in show goes to number 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, number 22.
We had a lot of conversation once we got it narrowed down to our finalists, just what should take the award. For me personally, this is one of those bikes that I'm going to think about again and again and again after the show is over. That doesn't happen every year. This is one of those bikes that is so visually striking, it will not leave my memory.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Well done. Number 22.
Yeah. I mean, they're always like kind of odd like that. This is cool. Nice up.
Big winners.
Yay! Over the moon. Thanks, NAHBS.
Wow. Nice work.
Yeah, like
Really
titanium.
nice. Yeah. Honest to God, I was handling you on the stage for the other
Sign tree room.
So thank you guys.
Come chat with us.